What's up? It's Ryan55 here, and it's been a while. I saw the comments from my soul fan there. I saw I haven't been uploading. Yeah, I haven't been uploading recently. I've just been lazy as of recent and haven't really put out much upload. But I'm gonna try to upload again consistently. I know I said that the last time I didn't upload for like a week, but now it's been like 3. So. But I'm bringing you a video today. Basically, I'm playing Giant Graveyard as we kind of jump cut into this first one kind of awkwardly. It's such an easy deck to play, and I really think if you need a deck to win a challenge, I'm playing a classic challenge here. It's a really easy deck to win in a classic challenge. Literally, I just go Giant Graveyard right in here. I know I have a little bit of an elixir advantage. And I'm always getting value of my arrows on a Firecracker. And yeah, even here, he goes with an E-Spirit, he goes with a Barb Barrel, but we still got, 1,000 damage there. He probably should have gone with a later E-Spirit there, or a later Barb Barrel to more, balance it out and take less damage, but it is, it is what it is. But yeah, this deck is super brain dead, and, if you're trying to win a classic challenge and you're in, Challenger 2, Challenger 3 like I am, or not Challenger 3, but, Challenger 1, Challenger 2, the guys you're playing will make mistakes, and that'll just, you can make just as many mistakes, but if they make, 1 or 2 mistakes, they're just gonna get screwed over. Here, we get a good Skarmy down, and we get the Witch. His Giant gets a couple hits there, but, we clean up, his Royal Giant gets a couple hits, but we clean it up pretty good there. And we arrows away that Firecracker again. That was a good Barb Barrel on his end to kill my Witch, though. So yeah, I'm just kind of waiting it out here, seeing what he's going to do. It's always best to try to defend and then go in with a Giant Graveyard or a Dark Prince Graveyard with this deck. But yeah, it's there's not a ton you can do wrong, but obviously there still is. I've never played this deck before, but I just saw the GOAT Manuel playing it. If you watch any of Riley's videos, you know what I'm talking about. If you do, you're probably not watching this video, but either way. Also, I have to upload more, gotta stay popping in the algorithm, so I gotta actually get on put in some work. But yeah, here we just have a massive push building. I go Giant again. I go to the second Dark Prince. I'm just trying to get a Graveyard down. Honestly, I probably shouldn't have gone with it there. I kind of got a whack placement, but we do have a Dark Prince taking for a little bit. And we end up killing the Firecracker with a Snowball. As I have been hit by Skellies. The Skellies get on the tower and take his tower down to about 600 HP. So, yeah. I'm just kind of chilling right now. And then, again, he just is not predicting the Skarmy with the Barb Barrel or the E-Spirit. The RG gets 1 hit here. So basically, this is a solid matchup for us. He has decent things to defend our graveyards. But we can defend. We don't have a building to defend his RG, but we do have Skarmy. But it's very tough because if you're not careful and you predict your Skarmy, things can get out of hand real quick. Tower down to 310, but I did not get a lot of damage there. I know I'm down Elixir. I know he's going to go in. I'm kind of in an awkward spot here. The Firecrackers are killing me. I missed the Firecrackers. And this RG is going to pound down on my tower. It's hitting my bats, my Skarmy. I go with an arrows. Our tower's down to 300 HP. I know I've got to get damage. I know I can't go into this with a Graveyard yet. Because my Giant's dead. So I've got to go Dark Prince on defense. I'm planning on going with the Graveyard, having the Dark Prince cross the river. I go a little early. I get the Skarmy down early. He finally predicts it with a Barb Barrel. This game's coming down to the wire. I snowball, slow down the tower shooting, get a little bit of damage. And his Royal Giant was about 1 second away from getting that last hit on my tower. And that comes down to the wire. We end up getting a clutch finish. Purely skill there. Yeah, big time. So that was insane though. Came out to the wire. And as you can see, I'm 5-0. I suck. The point stands. The most wins I usually get in these challenges is 6. I think my record was 7. You'll see I get a bit more than that today. So, yeah, we're hopping into the next one here. I was feeling good when I was playing, man. And, this deck is just so easy to play. He goes with a Flying Machine in the back. I place a Witch in the back. I snowball near 10. I don't even know if I was actually at 10. But, yeah, right when I see this, I know he's playing Lava Hound Clone. And I save my Witch with a Giant, and I go Graveyard here, go all in. He has some air cards, but he really has nothing to defend this. And, all of his skeletons pretty much die there. My Giant's tanking still. And, yeah, just that Giant Graveyard easily takes his tower. And now here, I try to go with the bats afterwards, but he goes with a pretty good clone, I'll admit it. And that kills off my bats. But we get a nice arrows down that kills the baby dragon, the clone baby dragon, the clone Lava Hound, and the clone Lava Hound pups. But this matchup is actually really easy. I played this matchup several times because this deck's actually like really popping. Like so many people play this deck. I've played it before thinking it could get me wins because it's like no skill. It's pretty easy to play. But this deck is like that deck in the fact that it's no skill and can get you free wins, but it's way better. And yeah, so that was nice. I went with a terrible Skarmy there, but you know, I'm playing Giant Graveyard, like so what if I just wasted 3 elixir I didn't need to? I'm just gonna take his towers out at some point anyway. But yeah, I like this matchup's actually really easy because they don't really have like the good spells. They don't have a good spell to take out your witch. So if you just like place something in front of your witch, like a giant or a dark prince in front of your witch, and let your witch finish off the lava hounds. Like this matchup's and then you have the bats to kill like stuff. It's so easy. And then I actually go with a really good time giant graveyard here. Giant the pocket. I graveyard, and the skeletons are locked onto the tower. He has nothing. He has no elixir. I snowball the bats just for good measure to get the giant to tank longer. The game was over anyway. The skellies take his tower. Easy matchup. Just giant graveyard, just such incredible skill. You know, I totally knew he was going to place that lava hound. It was just perfect timing on my end, and just 10,000 IQ gameplay. We got to love giant graveyard. Got to subscribe for that one, boys. Come on. But yeah, hopping into this next one. I mean, this deck is just, it's so easy. I mean, I'm 6-0. That's usually in the max wins I get in a challenge. Like, this deck it's legitimately just no skill. Like, and log bait is like a really annoying deck right now, and I know this is coming from somebody that plays a log bait main. But, like, this deck is really good against it. You've got the snowball and you've got the arrows for, like, the barrels. Just a really good matchup overall. And he goes P.E.K.K.A. on whatever my Dark Prince, and I literally just go all in with the Giant Graveyard to start the game. I also, bad snowball, I should have snowballed the E-Wiz, but what does it matter? He ends up wasting his zap, and my Giant Graveyard gets a ton of damage. Since he wastes his zap, I know he's playing P.E.K.K.A. Bridge Spam, he wastes his zap, so my Skeleton Army gets a ton of value, taking out his whole P.E.K.K.A., and just, yeah, basically eliminating his whole push. Yeah, because he wasted that zap. Obviously, he shouldn't have wasted that zap there. It was kind of unnecessary, but, like, yeah, at the same time, it's just like, stuck does, you know, man. Just easy counters and they use your spells. And, yeah, I had to eat a lot of damage right there. Sometimes, you know, to deal a lot of damage, you got to go down elixir and then eat some damage in return. And, you know, what does it really matter? I'm playing Giant Graveyard. Like, if I eat, like, 1,000 damage, I'm just going to take his tower anyway. And I go with a pretty terrible arrows, but, like, what does it matter? I'm playing Giant Graveyard. We can just snowball it late after giving the Magic Archer a ton of value. Get the Dark Prince in on the counter push. I know I'm down a lot of elixir at this point, so I know I can't really plan to go in. I'm pretty sure I eat this whole E-Wiz here. Actually, no, I eat the one shot. Again, my tower's down to 800. You know, he's up damage. He's on a little damage on the left, but, like, what does it matter, man? I'm going to get this damage back. I'm going to take his tower. And you might be like, man, P.E.K.K.A.'s a really bad matchup since, like, they had the P.E.K.K.A. for your giant. But it's really not. Because, like, you have so many good counters for the P.E.K.K.A. And then, like, you could just go Dark Prince Graveyard anyway. And then you can outcycle their P.E.K.K.A. pretty easily. Like, it's not like your cycle's fast. But you can outcycle their P.E.K.K.A.s. And you can also go in with Dark Prince Graveyards. So, yeah. And, like, the P.E.K.K.A., if you can get it to where you giant the bridge and then you graveyard and they place their P.E.K.K.A. low, then their P.E.K.K.A. gets locked onto the skeletons, and you have so many swarm troops that you could easily distract their P.E.K.K.A. with other troops. And yeah, I just go Dark Prince Graveyard at the bridge, knowing the P.E.K.K.A.'s out of cycle, knowing I'm up elixir, and I get a good snowball down to kill the E-Wiz and bounce it into the Skellies, slow it down so the Skellies kill it. The Skellies take the tower, and yeah, I mean, just like again, Giant Graveyard, just such a skillful deck, man. Like, I mean, just subscribe for this 10,000 IQ giant or Dark Prince Graveyard at the bridge. Like, this deck's just hilarious, man. It's so easy. And, you just go to snowball arrows to kill out the Marcher. Skelly's there. It'll make sure the Barb Barrel doesn't connect. I would have gotten a Dark Prince down in time anyway. This guy literally just had no hope. And even against a tough matchup like P.E.K.K.A. Bridge Spam, this deck is, like, not a tough matchup, but, like, a tougher matchup. There's really, like, there's very few matchups, like, that are hard. Like, that's not true. There's some hard matchups. I play them later on, but yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good matchups for this deck. Yeah, even, like, P.E.K.K.A. Like, P.E.K.K.A.'s presumed to be a bad matchup, but it's really not at all that bad of a matchup. You got a lot of counters, and, like, you got swarms to distract the P.E.K.K.A. when you graveyard. You can get distracted super easily, and your opponent can lose their whole tower if they screw up, if they make one little mistake. So, yeah. And this guy's got a cannon log, so obviously some sort of cycle deck. I just go Witch in the back. I'm thinking about going giant here. He goes queen. And what do? I use my 10,000. I use my combined 6 IQ. I put a giant in front of my witch and a graveyard at the bridge. And he messes up his delivery, although he doesn't because it didn't kill my witch, but the cannon unfortunately killed it all. And despite his like pretty solid defense, he still takes what, like about 1,000 damage. And I mean his whole push is pretty much, or his whole counter push is pretty much gone. He does get his ability off on 1 HP, which will kill my Dark Prince, but Queen gets no damage on the tower. He's down about 1,000 damage and up. I mean, maybe 1 or 2 elixir, probably like more like 3. But yeah, like with this deck, if they don't have their spells in cycle, you got such cheap defenses that you can just get such good value. Like here with the Skeleton Army and the Drill, we're just going to get an easy positive 1 trade because he doesn't have his spells in cycle. Because he doesn't have a good spell in cycle. Yeah, like, this deck, I really do think, like, if you need a deck to, like, win a challenge, like, this is a really good one. And he does end up having Rocket. He gets a pretty free Rocket on my Witch. And here, I'm just going to go Giant in the back. Here you just kind of want to get positive elixir trades, go from defense to offense, and use, like, counter-pushing units. And get a Giant in front of them, and then Graveyard. It's basically as simple as that, Or if you just have an elixir advantage, you can just go in at the bridge. And you have a spell in hand, for, like, their swarm units. You can just go in pretty easily. Here, I Graveyard a little bit early, so I go with the Dark Prince to jump across and tank. Yeah, I just attempted to go arrows to DPS. I decide to here. Just to, like, DPS down his troops. I go with the Snowball here, hoping to kill his queen, or just slow down his units. Obviously, he doesn't kill his queen. But yeah, we just get a ton of damage. We get tower down to like 960 HP pretty casually. He goes the Rocky here. I think he hits the Witch. But I got my Skeletons here to tank most of the Queen shots. I'm like, what's 2 shots to me? I don't really care. I go Bats Graveyard at the bridge, bro. Like, this deck is killing me, man. It's making me so brained. I get the Dark Prince across the river, get the Snowball down, arrows, get some Skellies. We just get some easy Skellies DPS. I don't even have anything taken for the Graveyard. It doesn't matter. This deck is just so stupid. It was just such a stupid bush, and I got like 600 damage. Like, and I just threw my arrows and Snowball at his tower thoughtlessly. Yeah, I'm literally turning into a giant graveyard player. I literally just place my Witch in the back, giving him free rocket value. But he also doesn't pre-log on the Skarmy, giving me a ton of value. I get my Dark Prince across the river tanking. I go arrows, Snowball. I know he can't defend. The Skellies swarm. That's a game. Another easy game, even though I kind of low-key almost sold. But still, I had 800 damage on my tower. I kept giving him rocket value and just going in poorly. And it's just like, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't really know how to play this deck. I don't think anyone really does. You just play it and it kind of works most of the time. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's pretty nice. And here I'm just looking at my former record here. And you can see I'm at 10. My max wins is 10. Which, is from right now when I have 10 wins. So 2 wins away from getting that first 12th win. 10-1. I got 2 losses to take. Hopping into hopefully win 11 here. And as I'm doing this voiceover, I'm just watching football. Cowboys Philly right now playing. Nothing all that interesting's really happened, but my New York Jets got a big dub earlier against the Packers. That was a good game for them. They look kind of legit, which is great as a Jets fan to see. But anyway, I guess back on topic here. This guy goes Ghost in the back. He goes Marcher at the river pretty aggressively. I mean, he gets 1 shot there. I just go Giant here at the river. I should have known he was playing P.E.K.K.A. P.E.K.K.A. Bridge spam. That's all I see. Luckily, the P.E.K.K.A. doesn't block the Magic Archer. It ends up, and the Magic Archer gets killed by the Giant, even though the P.E.K.K.A. kills it pretty quickly. But this Witch and Skarmy gets massive value because he wastes his Barb Barrel. He probably got a Zap, though, but he wastes his Barb Barrel, so the Skarmy and Witch defend the P.E.K.K.A. and the Barbarian pretty easily there. And I know I'm probably up a little bit of Elixir after he uses his Ewiz. And I just go in with my Dark Prince Graveyard. I also go Snowball so that Bandit dies and makes it so my Skellies get more damage. And just basically instantly, P.E.K.K.A. Bridge Spam is such an easy matchup. We literally take his whole tower down to 500 HP in 20 seconds. And yeah, I mean, we let a Ram Rider connect, but again, you got when you spend a lot of Elixir to deal damage, you got to take some. I knew he didn't have anything too punishing. Ram Rider gets, a good amount of damage, but, I'm still up, 1,500? So, not too worried about it. Just go bats. Go with an easy bats here. And a lot of times I like to give tips on my gameplay, but there's really not a lot of tips to give here. It's just like basic things that like like just like defend, get an elixir advantage, and then go in basically. Have one of your spells in hand to like get rid of all the swarm troops, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, yeah, I mean, it's just such an easy deck to play. It really is, man. Again, I just go in here. I don't even think I was up elixir here. I just go in opposite lane. Don't even ask why. I did a bad snowball. I should have probably waited so I could get the Marcher and then finish it off with snowball arrows. I was afraid he might prediction like Zap or Barb Barrel my Skarmy here. He goes with a nice lightning, and his Ram Rider gets a connection. We'll stop it from hitting. I snowball that Marcher before it can line up and get any damage. And he goes with a pretty bad bandit just right into my Dark Prince there. I just go bats to kill off this Royal Ghost. The Royal Ghosts can be very annoying. And then I just go opposite lane Giant Graveyard here. I know he's gonna go P.E.K.K.A, but the Giant should tank long enough for that to probably take tower. And I go Snowball Arrows to kill off the Magic Archer, and I'm pretty sure the Giant comes in with the last second swoop there. He's only got 5 seconds. I just go split Skarmy. Just trying to distract Dark Prince and Skarmy. Like they're trying to predict the Ram Rider. Because that's kind of what you have to get down there, but that's another GG. P.E.K.K.A bridge spam, no matter what form it's in, with Ram Rider or whatever. Just a pretty damn easy matchup. And I'm 11-1, looking to win my first ever Classic Challenge. And guess what? I dropped the game. I get 3 crowned by Elixir Golem, I think that was, if you could see it. Yeah, Elixir Golem's a tough matchup, especially with the Barbarian Hut. And now it's all or nothing. It's all on the line here. Clash Royale doesn't want to give me a game. I'm nervous as hell. Trying to win my first Classic Challenge with this skill-less deck. Yeah, I mean, I was playing well with this deck. Don't get me wrong. Like, I felt like I was playing really well, but like, it's so easy to play well with this deck. So I end up canceling my battle. Clash Royale just doesn't want me to load it. I don't know why I didn't cut this out. What's wrong with me? But yeah, this is my last game to win it all. We're finally loading in. Yeah, I got 3 crowned by an Eagle. I also just played bad. I literally went in with a Giant Graveyard when I had didn't have Elixir advantage. I didn't defend. What you got to do in that matchup is you got to wait for them to overcommit with an Eagle push and like get that Elixir and then punish them on the counter push. They have to do the same thing, wait for you to commit with a Giant Graveyard push and then or wait for you to overcommit and then punish you with the Elixir Golem, take your whole tower. You have to do the opposite. You have to defend an Elixir Golem, try to get them to overcommit, defend an Elixir Golem, push, get all that Elixir, and then, go into whatever. But here we're just going to have it a stalemate, seeing what's going on until double Elixir. I'm thinking about cycling, so I'm just impatient as hell, but it's the last game. I got to be serious. But yeah, I'm pretty nervous at this point. This guy's playing Lava Hound, and at this point I'm like, oh, Lava Hound clone, easy matchup. Like, this is, I know I've seen this all the time. So I don't really have an ideal starting hand though, but we get our Witch down. I'm ready to block like a Giant, like with any flying card he places at the river. So I go with the Giant here. We get the Witch down. And I go with an pretty unnecessary set of bats there. I get down on arrows, and I should have waited on the arrows so I would kill off the skeletons. But I go with a snowball here. We overcommit on a bit of elixir. We're down quite a bit of elixir, but overall a pretty solid defense. But this guy goes in with a really good balloon when I'm at 3 elixir. You can see my hand. I cycled both my air answers. I got rid of my bats. And his balloon is going to get several hits on my tower. I think that's 2, and then the death damage, or maybe it was 3. Putting me down to 1,000 health and down 2,000 damage. And at this point, it's a really bad scenario. I don't even have a flying answer back in my hand. My bats are 1 card off. But the good thing there is I do get quite a bit of damage with my skellies there, making it about 1,500. So honestly, not bad. And yeah, I go with the bats on the skelly drags here. I think he ends up zapping, which is pretty good on his end. And I have no flying card on answer. I know my tower is about to get taken, so I just go Giant Graveyard at the other bridge, hoping I can just take his tower, even it up. But he's got Inferno Dragon Barbs. And this matchup is so bad. I played like crap, of course. I overcommit. I shouldn't have placed those bats on the Lava Hound because I had nothing for the balloon. That was really well played, and I played that poorly. But yeah, this is a really bad matchup. Barbs for the Graveyard. Lava Hound for the not Lava Hound. Inferno Drag to just kill off the kill off my giant on those deep pushes. And then his Inferno Jag just takes my tower and get tons of value. Yeah, I mean, the barbs can take out my giant quickly, too. And he's got the tombstone. Honestly, I don't think there was anything I can do. It was a really bad matchup. I played pretty poorly as well, obviously. I mean, yeah, I just used too many air answers, and I think that's just a terrible matchup. He's got the tombstone for my graveyard. He's got the barbs for my graveyard. The eye drag to kill my giant. I didn't realize what deck he was playing or what he had. Obviously, I can't be too mad though. Like, I got 11 wins, which is pretty good for me. I went from like 7 max to 11. I'm just looking at like all the guys like I played. There were some Master 1 players in there that I beat. A lot of it was Challenger 2, Challenger 3, though. So, yeah, I mean, guys around my range. I haven't gotten to Challenger 3 yet just because I feel like it's mostly because my cards are under-leveled, but I'm going to try to get there soon, and I'm going to try to record a video on that. And I'll try to be posting more. I have some interesting ideas that are, like, not totally Clash Royale related. Well, they are, but, like, not super. I don't know. I have some interesting ideas to do. I got 11 wins here. I obviously got to take a screenshot. We're going to open the chest here, get some gold, 12 Tesla, 7 Fireball, 58 Archers, and 1 Witch. It's affecting my giant graveyard. Honestly, that was mid as heck. I got to get into the grand challenges, which give you way more stuff, but yeah, I mean, I'm just not to that point yet. I want to try to win, like, a classic challenger, too, before I do that. And yeah, 11 wins. I'll try to get 12 too. Maybe I'll do like another quick upload on that if I get 12. But yeah, with that being said, hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys with another video soon. I promise. Bye.